Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Vinamani. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschadate Savarine Vanchakalpayogashya Kripa Sindhu Madhekacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Once again, I would like to welcome you for the Gita Parayana, complete Recitation of the Bhagavad Gita. I would request everyone, all of you, to have the hard copy of the Bhagavad Gita. If you don't have it, you can give it to us. Probably that, and at the end, you don't have Bhagavad Gita. So I would request everybody to have the Bhagavad Gita. If you don't have, you can use the mobile phone also.
Someone, Mataji can use one.
Mic.
Okay. So let's start from the chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, we have 700 verses in the 18th chapter. The first 6 chapters, it focuses primarily on the Karma Yoga. The last 6 chapters focuses primarily on the Jnana Yoga. And the middle 6 chapters focuses on the Bhakti Yoga. And in the first chapter, as all of us we have discussed multiple times, how it starts with the conversation of Sanjay and Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is asking what is really happening in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Dhammakshetra of Kurukshetra. What are my children and the son of Pandu they are doing? And then Sanjay is describing the evil character and thoughts of Duryodhana. And then at the same time, Sanjay also narrating very much in detail how there are so beautiful signs of the victory for the Pandavas. And then Arjuna is asking Krishna, who is introduced as a Parthasarathi, to take the chariot in the middle of the battlefield, so that he can really see who has really come to the battlefield to fight on behalf of him, on his side and also on the opposite side. Once he sees that, he gets overwhelmed, and then he says that, okay, how can I really commit so sinful activities by killing so many of my relatives? How can I enjoy if I kill all my relatives? And all of our traditions will be lost. So he cites multiple reasons not to fight that really is the first chapter. So let's stand together. धृतराष्ट्र उवाच
धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुत्सव मामका पाण्डवश्चैव किं कुर्वत सञ्जय सञ्जय उवाच दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं न्यूनं दुर्योधनस्तदा आचार्यं संगम्य राजा वचनं ब्रवीत् अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये तामियो नाभिधोतमा नायकामा सैन्यस्य सन्यासमुपगीते महाविष्णुश्च कर्णश्च कृपश्च समितिञ्जय अस्वस्थामिकर्णश्च सोमदस्तिष्ठताय च अन्ये च बहवः मदते तत्त्वजीविता नानाशस्त्रधारणा सर्वयुगोऽपि शारदा अपर्याप्तं तत् अस्माकं बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितम् पर्याप्तं गुरुरिदं तेषां बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितम् अन्येषु सर्वेषु यथा भागम् अवस्थिता भीष्माभिरक्षन्तु भवन्तः सर्व एव तस्य सञ्जायं हर्षं कुरु वृद्धाभिरामः श्रीमन्नारायणस्य शङ्खं ब्रह्मोपधापवान् कलासंवत्सवेयश्च पाण्डवान् सहस्रेण तथा युक्ते महती संगमेशितो माधव पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यसङ्गो प्रगमुतो पञ्चगण्यं ऋषिकेश देवव्रतं धनञ्जय पौण्ड्रं ब्रह्मो महासङ्घं भीमकर्माभिगोदर कुन्तिपुत्र युधिष्ठिर नकुलः सहदेवश्च सुभाषो मणिपुष्पको काश्यश्च परमेश्वरः श्रीखण्डेश्च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सत्यकीश्च पराजितः द्रुपदश्च सर्वस्य पृथिवीपते सोमर्णश्च महाबाहो शङ्खतन्मुखतकृतः सर्वसहस्राणां हृदयानि विदारयात् नमश्च गुरुदेवैश्चैव तुमुलो संपास्ते नमो पांडव ऋषिकेश तथा वाक्यं निगमावहीपते अर्जुनोवाच सेनापतये रथं स्थापयामेच्युत यादवेदं वीक्षितं योऽवस्थितं कैर्मे समयोगम्यम् अस्मिन् रसोऽप्यमे यदि माम प्रतिकारं शस्त्रं शास्त्रपाणया राष्ट्रनामन्योस्त्रन्मे एवं मुक्ताजना संध्यावाच एवं मुक्ताजना संख्ये विसर्जं सहस्रं चापं सोपसंविन्दमानसा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So here in the first chapter, we heard that in spite of the pressing responsibilities and duties, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. So here, if somebody says that I don't have time, we can learn from Arjuna. That yes, he had everything, and he had so much of huge fight was really ahead. But then he paused for a minute, he paused for some time to ask questions to Krishna. Oh Krishna, why we are doing what we are doing? It's very important to ask whatever we are doing, why? It's very important for us. We already gave some examples in our Gita course that if you are going from, let's say, Bangalore to Chennai, yes, we have to also ensure that we fill the petrol in our car. If we are giving the exam, it's very important for us to revise the lessons. If there is a pizza in the freezer, before eating, we ensure that we heat it in the oven. Similarly, as we progress in our life, it is very important for us to read the manual of our life. And not that you read the manual after the instrument really gets corrupted or wasted, but you read it beginning only. So that's why our Acharya is saying that we have to read this Bhagavad Gita from the very beginning of our life. Omara Achar Ratyo. It has to start from the very beginning of our life. And then it is also mentioned that okay, if we have not started from the beginning, it's okay, we can start from wherever we are. At least every day morning, we can start our day by dedicating some time for the Lord and hearing the words of Krishna. And now, as we progress to the second chapter of the Gita, Lord is hearing from Arjuna that how he has some questions which doesn't have any relevance. Hare Krishna. This doesn't have any relevance, though he is speaking the words of a Pandita. That is not the words of a Pandita. And then he chastises Arjuna. Arjuna, these are the words not right coming from the dynasty of the Bharata Vansa. You are Kunti Putra, you are a Bharata, it doesn't befit you. And then Arjuna says his final doubt that, oh Lord, I'm not able to find out what is right and what is wrong. And now in this case, I am surrendering to you. Now please enlighten me, please show me the direction. And I am your disciple. Now, till now, we are discussing as a friend. But now I am surrendering you as your disciple. You are my spiritual master. Please tell me what is the right thing to do. And then Lord Krishna starts speaking. That yes, once we are talking about what is the duty, first of all we should understand what is my role. Right? In organization also. Right? If you have joined at some level, there is an analyst or there is a marketing director or a strategic vice president or the CEO. Depending on your role, you have a job description. Similarly, Lord Krishna, the first lesson he is giving to Arjuna is who are you? What is your identity? And then he talks about you are the soul. And in this condition of a soul, right, you should really tolerate bodily dualities that you get. Sometimes you get heat, sometimes you get cold, sometimes it's pleasure, sometimes it is some sorrow. And with all that, how we could tolerate. Right? And then he talks about the different characteristics of the soul, how it cannot be cut, how it cannot be stirred, how it cannot really be tried, how the soul is eternal, but this body is a temporary. And how we should really take care of our soul, how we should really understand these properties of the soul. And then Lord Krishna proceeds further. He says that yes, it's not that understanding that we are the soul, we neglect our bodies. Yes, we have to take care of our bodies as well. That's where he talks about the two duties. Our constitutional duty as a soul and our conditional duty as a father, as an employee, as a mother, or as a daughter, or a wife, whatever the roles that we also have in this conditional body, that also we have to take care. Yes, we have to take care of our foundational duty as a soul, and we are part and parcel of the Lord. We have to serve the Lord. At the same time, God talks about that how we should do our functional duty as well, whatever the role that we might have. And then somebody might ask, okay, how to do these two duties in synergy so that we don't really do injustice to each other. And then God talks about what is Sthita Prajna, who is a really balanced person, who is Sthita, and situated firmly, Prajna, which is full knowledge. Then Lord Krishna talks about what are the qualities, beautiful qualities, right? How he is really steady, how he is not many plans, just taking care of all the temptations of this world. How he is steady, just like the water flowing to the ocean, it is steady, right? It doesn't go up and down. Similarly, a lot of thoughts comes into the mind, but then a devotee is always steady because he is situated. He is really absorbed in the higher taste. So yes, the purpose of all of us is that we don't have a higher taste, we don't have the higher purpose of life. Lord is saying that how we should subordinate our pleasures for the higher purpose. We should subordinate, yes, the pleasures, the whatever the pleasures that we get are really temporary, and that's anityam, asukham, and we should really a true intelligent person really focuses on the pleasures which are there in the spiritual world, which are long term, which are permanent, which are Satchidananda. So here the most important thing we learn from this chapter is that the humility of Arjuna, though he was really coming from such a high parentage with so much of prowess, but still he could center around his friend and to really transform as a spiritual master. Similarly, in our own life, we should really see that yes, you might have a coach as we play sports, you might have a coach in our corporate world, but as we progress in our spirituality also, we should really find the right guru. We should really find how Srila Prabhupada and all our acharyas, and to the extent of our Lord also, whenever they appear, they take center of the guru. So we should find out the right guru. And Prabhupada talks about who is a guru. Guru means who is connected to the Krishna, who is coming in the disciple successor. And we just discussed a couple of weeks back, Guru means he understands the conclusion of the scriptures. A guru is always occupied, he always occupied himself and practicing the scriptures. And Guru is the one who obeys the scriptures. It's not that he comes with own knowledge, own ideas. And then not only doing that, but also he liberates all the living entities. That's why he said, Guru is a cool, C-O-O-L. He can understand the conclusion of the scriptures. He always occupies himself in understanding and practicing that, and he obeys the scriptures. And then 4 days, he liberates all the living entities. Hare Krishna. So now we will proceed to this second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is called as content of the Gita summarized. So now we have Sumanji to lead us.
Sanjaya अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषीदितमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदन श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विसारे समुपस्थितम् अनादिदृष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन दैर्यमास्माकमापार्थ नैतत्त्वयुपपद्यते शुक्रं हृदयदौर्बल्यं ततोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणाचार्य मधुसूदन विष्णुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजाः परिसूदन गुरो महत्त्वानि महानुभावाः श्रेयो भोक्तुं वक्ष्यामि लोके हत्वार्थकामस्तु गुरुर्यैव बुद्धिर्योगानुकिरप्रतिष्ठां न चैतन्यत्वा कतरन्नगर्यो यथा जयेयो यदेव हत्वा चिचित्सांस कर्मण्यदोषवर्तस्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वं धर्मसमुद्धचेता यच्छेदशानिश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं सामिमां प्रपन्नं न हि प्रपश्यामि मामान्तरम् यक्षोऽहमुच्चोऽस्ममिन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्यभूमावसक्तमित्रं राजं सुराणं परिचाधिपत्यम् सञ्जय उवाच एवम् उक्तो ऋषिकेश गुडाकेश परम्परा न योत्स्यामि गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तमुवाच ऋषिकेश प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनायोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदं वचः श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रत्यपादं च भाससे गतासुं भगवत्सुंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः न त्वयेवानुसन् न तन्मेने जनाधिपः न चैतन्यं भविष्यामः सर्वे मायम् अतः परम् देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं जन तथा देहान्तरं प्राप्ते धीरस्तत्र न भूयते मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णस्तु प्रदुःखदाः आगमामायिनो सिद्ध्यस्तान्तितिक्षस्व भारत यं हि न व्याख्यान्त्येते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ सः दुःखसुखं धीरं सोऽमृतत्वाय कल्पते नासतो विद्यते भावो नाभावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्ट्वन्तस्त्वानायो विपश्यति अनेनाश्रित तद्विद्धि येन सर्वमिदं ततं विनाशम् अव्ययस्तस्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति अन्तवन्तरिणे देह नित्यस्योक्तं शरीरिणा अनाशिनो पुण्यस्य तस्मद्युद्धस्य भारत यमिनामेति हन्तारम् वस्त्रमिदं मन्यते हतम् भुवतो न विजानीतो न्यायं हन्ति न हन्यते न जानते क्रियते वा कदाचित् न्यायं भूत्वा भविता न भूयात् अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं ज्ञानिनम् अजमव्ययम् कथं सा पुरुषः पार्थ गम्भातयाति हन्तिकम् वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति यतो वनानि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि नैनं चिन्तन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः नैनं निर्गन्ति आपो नश्यति मार्गः अच्छेद्योऽयम् अधार्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो सोऽसर्वेण च नित्यः सर्वगतः स्थाणुः अचालोऽयं सनातनः अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मात् एवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितमर्हसि अथा चैनं वित्तजातं नित्यं वामनसेव्यतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि जगत् शरीरो मृत्यो ध्रुवं जन्ममृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्यते न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि अव्यक्तानि भूतानि व्यक्तं तत्राणि भारत अव्यक्तं एव तत्र का परिदेवना आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेव आश्चर्यवत् तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वानेन चैव कश्चित् देहि नित्यम् अबाधोऽयं देहि सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते यत्पुच्छारथोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखेन क्षत्रियः पार्थ यावन्ते युतमेतृषम् अथ चेतत्वं धर्म्यां सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि तथा स्वधर्मकीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयन्ति व्ययम् सम्पादितस्य चाकीर्ति मरणादतिरिच्यते भयाजनानुपादन्तं भक्ष्यन्ते महारथः येषां च त्वं बहुमातो बुद्धराक्षसि नामम् अवाच्यवादशाभावो भविष्यन्ति तवानिता निन्दन्तस्वसामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं मुख्यम् अतो वाप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा भक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय प्रतिष्ठित सुखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभो जयो ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापम् अवाप्स्यसि एषा ते विविधा सांख्ये बुद्धियोगे ब्रह्माक्षरो बुद्ध्या युक्तो यथा पार्थ कर्मबन्धं हरास्यसि देहाभिमानासोऽस्ति प्रत्यपारो न विद्यते स्वल्पमपि यस्य धर्मस्य ध्यायते महतो मया व्यवसायिका बुद्धिः एकेहा गुरुनन्दना बहुशाखाय अन्तश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनां यामिमां पुष्टितां वाचं प्रभातन्यं पश्चिता वेदावादारता पाठ नान्यतस्ति मामिना कामात्माना सर्वकार्य जन्म कर्म फलाप्रदा क्रिया विशेष बहुला भोगैश्वर्यकनिर्वृत्ति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां दयावादितचेतसां व्यवसायिका बुद्धि समाधो न विधीयते त्रैगुण्याक्षरा वेद निस्त्रैगुण्यवाचना विद्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान् यावानर्थव्यापारे सर्वतः सम्मुखोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विचारः कर्मणेवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भुर् मा ते सङ्गस्त्वकर्मणि योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्धि असिद्धियोः भोक्त्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धो शरणमन्विच्छ कृपाणाफलहेतवः बुद्धियोगो जहातीह उभयेषु दुष्कृते तस्मात् योगायुज्यस्य योगकर्मसु कौशलम् कर्मणि बुद्धियोगानि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धानि मुक्ता पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम् यथा ते मूढकलीलं बुद्धिर्गतिमैच्छति तथा गन्धासि निर्वेदम् श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्नाते यथा शास्त्रति निश्चला समाधवचला बुद्धिः तदा योगमुपप्स्यसि अर्जुन उवाच स्थिता प्रज्ञस्य का भासा समाधिस्थास्य केशव स्थिता हि किं तवासेत किम् अस्तीत्यव्रजेत किम् श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रजहाति यथा कामः सर्वं पापमनोगतम् आत्मन्येव तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते दुःखेषु बन्धिनः सुखेषु विगतस्त्रियः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते यः सर्वत्र तत्तत्प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनां तद्विवाक्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता यथा संहरते चायं कुर्वाणि सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थाः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता विषया विनिवर्तन्ते विहारस्य देहिनां रासवर्जनसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते यतो हि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विनाशिता इन्द्रियाणि प्रमात्मीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्ताशितमत्परा वसेभिरसर्वीयाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधः विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति रागद्वेषविमुक्तेस्तु
Hare Krishna. We heard how Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna how we should be balanced in our life by performing two duties, our traditional duties and our constitutional duties. At the same time, towards the end of the second chapter, Lord Krishna saying that you should give up all the desires. Because these desires really cause the bondage. Because our desire to put in attachments really cause the bondage, great suffering in our life. Right? All our desires should be for the purpose of desire of Krishna. And the third chapter in the beginning, Arjuna is asking to Krishna, if you think that this buddhi is better than karma, because this karma causes bondage, so why you are asking me to fight? And then at this point of time, Krishna explains that yes, we should not be attached to the results of the karma, but we should not abandon our karma. Because most of the time, some people they take sannyas, but at the same time, their senses and their mind is not controlled, not subdued, and they do a lot of mysterious things. That is not right. It really talks about that. And other people, what they see, they feel that okay, first of all, we can't let do all our work and put up away, right? At some point of time, we will do spirituality. They think that this life is about sequential activity. First we have to do our karma and then do our dharma. But we already saying it's not a sequential activity, it's an integrated activity. It has to go hand in hand. Like God is saying that we have to do our duty, keeping the Lord in the center, keeping offering everything to the results. So God is saying, yajna karmanam yatra. You should do yajna for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu. Otherwise, whatever the karma that you do, it will really cause bondage to us. So yes, Lord talks about that how a person, right, in an animalistic life, he doesn't understand what is right and wrong. And then as he move forward, he does sakama karma yoga. Okay, I do this activity, but then I have some fruity result. I do business. I break one coconut and I ask, oh, I get 2 zeros in my additional 2 zeros in my bank account. or I made 3 promotions, or I made, this or that. That's kind of the business feeling that I have with the Lord. But as we progress, then what do? You do Niskama Karma Yoga. Oh Lord, I offer everything to you. I don't need anything else. And then, as we progress further, right, whether this activity or that activity, it really doesn't matter, right? Because in the Niskam Karma Yoga, I'm still attached to the work, I'm still attached to the activities, right? But in this Bhakti Yoga, once we talk about whatever we do it, we operate to the Supreme Lord. And these are the different rungs of Maya, different rungs of yoga that Lord talks about. At the same time, Lord Krishna also talks about there is a one very, very dangerous enemy that we should be really careful of. What is the dangerous enemy he talks about? Anybody knows? Yes, it's a karma, lust. Right? And the lust means the propensity to enjoy. The propensity to enjoy whatever we, everybody is having propensity of whatever we have around. So that's how we should be controlled. If you don't control it, if you don't control the propensity to enjoy, if you don't control this enjoy body attitude, we cannot make progress. So what the Lord is saying that, how we should really give up this bhoga bhav, how we should really develop the seva bhav in our life. Right? So how do we should do work? So Lord Krishna is talking about the art of work in this chapter. So yes, we should do righteous work. We should be sanctioned by the Lord. We should not indulge in some work, in some professional life which is violent, we should do precious, right? And we should do also whatever we do, then we offer our results to the Supreme Lord. No, we should not be too much attached to the results, right? We should offer that, oh Lord, it's not, yes, I have done it, but the intelligence you have given, all the ingredients you have given, and it's the result also you have given. So I will offer it to you. And then not only I do the righteous activity, I offer the results to the Lord, and then I should always remember that my prime purpose, the prime activity is to really get attached to the Supreme Lord, to offer myself to the Supreme Lord. So the art of work we describe in 3 R's. What is that? We should do righteous activity, we should offer our result to the Lord, and we should always remember that whatever we have, whatever we get, and whatever we have to do, our goal of life is to approach the Lord, to surrender to the Supreme Lord. Okay, so now we will be proceeding to our 4th chapter. Right before that, now we will be reciting 3rd chapter and then we will go to the 4th chapter. Yes. Now we have Suvarna Kivatesi, Suvarna Sarvamati. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mother.
Arjuna Vacha Jayasya Chit Karmanaste Mata Buddhi Janardana Tatkim Karmani Kore Mam Niyojayasi Keshava Vyamishrena eva vakyena Buddhi mohayasi tvame Tat ekam vada nischitya Yanasreyoham apnuyam Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Lokesmin vivida nishta Pura prokta maya nagaha Dhyana yogena sankhyanam Karma yogena yoginam Na karma na manarambhan Naishkarmayam purusosnute Nacha sanyasana deva Siddhim samadhigacchati Nahi kaschit shanam apija Jatu tistati akarma krit Karya deha vasa karma Sarva prakriti jargunai Karmendriyani samyamya Yayaste manasa smaran Indriyarthan vimudattama Mityachara saruchyate Yasva indriyani manasa Niyamya rabhate juna Karmendriya karma yogam Asakta savishishyate Niyatam kuru karmatvam कर्मजय कर्मणः शरीराय प्रकीचते न प्रसिद्धे अकर्मणः यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गसमाचर सहायज्ञ प्रयस्व पूर्वोवाच प्रजापति अनेन प्रसविष्यत्वम् एषो विशिष्टतकमधु देवं भावयतग्नेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वा परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयपारमभक्ष्यत्र सम्भोगानि वो देवा द्यस्यन्ते यज्ञभाविकः तैर्दत्तन्न प्रगयैभ्यो यो भुङ्क्ते स्वेन एव सा यज्ञाशिष्टाशिना सन्तो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषये भुञ्जाते त्वग्पाप यपचन्ति आत्मकारणात् अन्नात् भावन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यो यज्ञकर्म समुद्भवः कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्मक्षारो समुद्भवं तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम् एवं प्रकृतिं चक्रं ननुवर्तयति हयः अघायुरिन्द्रियारामो मुखं पार्थ स्वजीवति यस्त्वात्मारतिरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मनिर्भरः च सन्तुष्टस्तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थो न कृतेनेह कश्चन न चस्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपश्रयः तस्मात् असक्तः कार्यं कर्म समाचरः अशक्तो व्यचारन् कर्म परम् आप्नोति पुरुषः कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धिम् अस्ति स जनकादयः लोकसङ्ग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि यद्यत् आचरति श्रेष्ठस्तत्तदेव करो जनः स यत्र मनम् कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते नामे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम् त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानाभक्तम् अभक्तव्यम् वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि अहं न वर्तेयम् जतु कर्माणि अतन्द्रिता मम वर्त्मानुवर्तान्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः कुत्सिदेयुरिमे लोका न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् शङ्करस्य च कर्तास्यम् अपमन्यम् इमं प्रजः सत्कर्माणि विद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्यात् विद्वांस्तथा शक्तः चिकित्सुर्लोकसङ्ग्रहम् न बुद्धिरेदं जानाये अज्ञानं कर्म संगिनां जोषाये सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्त समाचरान् प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणे कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते तत्त्वविद्धु महाबाहो गुणकर्मा विभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा सज्जते प्रकृति गुणसम्मूढा सजन्ते गुणकर्मसु तन्न कृष्णविरो मन्दम् कृष्णभिन्न विचालये मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याद्यत्मचेतसः निरासे निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः येने मातं निधं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवः श्रद्धवन्तो न श्रूयन्तो मुच्यन्ते कर्माभिः ये त्वयिदत्वत्यशुष्यन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानाभिमूढस्तां विधिनाशानचेतसः सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्य प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रह किं करिष्यति इन्द्रियास्येन्द्रियास्ते रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्नामासमगच्छेत् तौ हंसस्य परिपन्थिनौ श्रेयान् स्वधर्मविगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेया परधर्मो भयावहः अर्जुन उवाच अथा केन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पुरुषः अनिच्छान्यापि वशेन बलदेव नियोजितः श्रीभगवानुवाच काम एष क्रोध एष रजगुणसमुद्भवः महासानो महापाप्मा विद्ययेनामिह वरिणम् धूमेन प्रियते वाने यथा दार्शो मलेन च यतोल्बेन वृतो गर्भास् तथा तेनेदमवृतम् अवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवारिणः कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पुरेण नलेन च इन्द्रियाणि मनो बुद्धिः अस्य तिष्ठनमुच्यते एतैर्विमोहयतेष ज्ञानमुदाहृतदेहिनाम् तस्मात् त्वमिन्द्रियाण्यदो नियम्ये भरतर्षभ पाप्मानं प्रचलेर्णं ज्ञानविज्ञाननाशनम् इन्द्रियाणि पराण्याहुः इन्द्रियाभ्ये परं मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः यो बुद्धेः परतस्तु सः एकं बुद्धिः परं बुद्ध्वा संस्थाप्यात्मनम् आत्मना जहि शास्त्रं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. So, in this chapter, of fourth chapter, Lord talks about that how we should cultivate knowledge. Because at the end of the third chapter, we heard Krishna is saying that this lust is the most dangerous enemy. This propensity to enjoy the most dangerous enemy. And this lust can be conquered by the knowledge. This we are giving some time on example that this lust is capturing the vital positions of our body, all the senses, all the our eyes, ears, nose, right? And once it's captured, right, what it does, it really all the senses goes towards the sense objects. But then once its senses are enlightened with knowledge, and then it knows what is right and wrong. And what is that knowledge? Lord talks about that in the fourth chapter. And Lord is saying that this knowledge I have given many millenniums back to Divasan, sun god, and then to Manu, and he is here to Soku. And now the same knowledge I am giving it to you. And here, Lord talks about what is the qualification of a student of Bhagavad Gita. Now, it's not that we have to be master in Sanskrit. Yes, if you know Sanskrit, it really helps. It's not that we need to do a full-time service only to recite Bhagavad Gita. No, yes, some time to recite, always that's good. But what is really important is our desire, our eagerness to be a devotee of the Lord. Our eagerness, our desire to serve our spiritual master, because our spiritual master, our acharyas, our gurus, they have told us this is the manual of life and you have to read it. So yes, our intelligence is not a prerequisite to study Bhagavad Gita. What is really required is our interest, our desire, our eagerness to study Bhagavad Gita. That is really required to study Bhagavad Gita. Some of you might have read this small article that we had sent a couple of days back. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was really traveling to South India and he came to Srirangam, and then he met one illiterate person, and that illiterate person, he was reciting this Bhagavad Gita not in a proficient way, with so many mistakes. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased with him. And why? Because he saw that this illiterate person, he chanting at the same time, tears coming from his eyes. And Mahaprabhu asked him, why? What makes you so emotional and so connected to the Lord? And this Vipra, this illiterate Brahmana said, Vipra kahe Nui Agya. Oh Lord, I am kind of Agya. I don't know anything. Sabdartha na jani. I don't know any meanings of all these, verses. Suddha Asuddha Padi Guru Agya Mani. I'm just reading this sloka because my spiritual master has told. And at the same time, once I'm reading this Bhagavad Gita, I'm really understanding, I'm really visualizing how Lord Krishna, who is the Akhila Brahmanda Nayaka, who is Akhila Rasamrita Murti, right? Who is the proprietor of everyone, everything. He is acting as a chariot. He is pulling the chariot of Arjuna. He is pulling the chariot of his devotee. I understand that how he is a Bhakta Vatsala. So once we understand that not only intellectually we are convinced about the profound aspect of this Bhagavad Gita, but also we are emotionally connected that how Lord is so not only great but also sweet. And at the same time, right, we really observe, we really demonstrate whatever our acharyas have told by reading the Bhagavad Gita, by practicing the principles of Bhagavad Gita, that really pleases the Lord. Right? So here in this very beautiful chapter, Lord talks about this transcendental knowledge and how we should really understand this knowledge by approaching a spiritual master. He said that Piti Pranipatena, this beautiful verse comes in this chapter, and how we should go to the spiritual master with submission, and we should inquire, and we should also serve the spiritual master. That way we can understand this knowledge. So now let's chant the verse. Chapter number 4.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Adhyayam Vivasvanmana Vedraha Manuritsvaka Vedravi Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarsayo Viduhu Sakalene Hamahata Yogo Nashta Karantaka Sarevayam Maya Tesya Yoga Prokta Puratanaha Bhaktosi Me Sakha Cheti Rahasyam Hayatat Uttamam Arjuna Vacha Aparam Bhavato Janma Param Janma Vivasvataha Katham Netad Viganiyam Tvamadav Proktavaniti Shri Bhagavan Vacha Bahuni Vedyatitani Janmani Tava Charjuna Tanyaham Veda Sarvani Natvam Veda Parantapa Udhisanabhyayatma Bhutanam Ishvaropi Sam Prakritim Swamadhisthaya Sambhavami Atmamayaya Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanirvavati Bharata Abhyutanam Dharmasya Tadatmanam Srijamyaham Parityanaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Cha Dushritam Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam Ekam Yo Vedi Tatpataha त्वत्तदेहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मां विदुषोऽर्जुन वितरागभयक्रोधा मन्मया मामुपश्रितः बहवो ज्ञानतपसा हुतमात्मावमागतः ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः सर्वसः तं सन्तनं मर्मणं सिद्धिं यजन्त एव देवतः शीघ्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा चतुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणः कर्म विभागसः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्यकर्तारमव्ययम् नामं कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति नामे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां यो विजानाति कर्मभिः न स बध्यते एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कुर्वैव तस्मात्त्वं पूर्वे पूर्वतरं कृतं किं कर्म किम् अकर्मेति कवयोऽपि यत्र मोहितः तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञत्वा मोक्षयसे शुभात् कर्माणोऽपि भोक्तव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च भोक्तव्यं गहना कर्मणो गतिः कर्माणि अकर्माय पश्ये अकर्माणि च कर्मयः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु सचुक्ता कृष्णकर्मणि यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानी दग्धः कर्माणं तमो पण्डितं बुधा त्वत्कर्मफलसङ्गं नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्माण्यपि प्रकृतिमिति नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः निराशीर्यतचित्तात्मा सर्वपरिग्रहः शरीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्नोति किल्बिषम् यक्षदासन्तुष्टो द्वन्द्वतीतो विमत्सरः समासिद्धौ च हृद्यपि न निगद्यते गतसङ्गस्य मुक्तस्य ज्ञानवस्थितचेतसः यज्ञाचार्यकर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महवि ब्रह्मगो ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिनः दैवमेव परे यज्ञं योगिना पर्युपासते ब्रह्मज्ञापरे यज्ञं यज्ञेनैव भोजन्ति श्रोत्रादीनीन्द्रियाणि मे समयामग्निषु जुह्वति सप्तादीन्विषयान्य इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति सर्वेन्द्रियसर्वाणि प्राणकर्माणि चापरे आत्मा संयमयोगज्ञौ जुह्वति ध्यानदीपिते द्रव्ययज्ञस्तपो यज्ञ योगयज्ञस्तथा परे स्वाध्यायज्ञानयज्ञश्च यतया संसिता व्रतः अपाने जुह्वति प्राणे पानं तथा परे प्राणागतिरुत्वा प्राणायामपरायणः अपारे नियताहारा प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वे ते यज्ञविदो यज्ञशापितकल्मषः यज्ञशिस्तमृतभुजो यन्ति ब्रह्म सनातनम् नयं लोकेऽस्त्यस्य कुतो कुरु सन्तम्यम् एवं बहुविधा यज्ञा विधाता ब्राह्मणो मुखे कर्मजं विदितं सर्वं एवं नात्मा विमुच्यसे श्रेया द्रव्यमयाज्ञा ज्ञानयज्ञा परन्तपा सर्वं कर्माखिलं पाठ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्राश्नेन सेवया उपदेश्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः यज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम् एवं यस्यासि पाण्डव यज्ञा भूतानि अशेषाणि द्रक्ष्यासि आत्मनि अत्ममयि अपि चेदासि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृत्तमः सर्वं वृजिनं सन्तर्यस्यसि यथैकमसि समेतोऽग्नि भस्मसात् कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धा कालेनात्मानि विन्दति श्रद्धावल्लभते ज्ञानं तत्परा सम्यक् ज्ञानं प्राप्य परां शान्तिम् अचिरानाधिगच्छति अज्ञातश्च संशयात्मा विनश्यति नायं लोकोऽस्ति न पारो न सुखं संशयात्मनः योगसन्न्यासकर्माणां ज्ञानसञ्चयेन संशयम् आत्मवन्तं न कर्माणि विवदन्ति धनञ्जय तस्मात् अज्ञानसम्भूतं हृत्सं ज्ञानसिनात्मनः चिद्वैनं संशयं योगम् अतिदोस्ति स भारत हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. So here, in the previous chapter, Lord talks about how to acquire knowledge. And in the next chapter, in the chapter 5, Lord talks about that, okay, we need to acquire knowledge. Is it that we have to give up all our karma, all our activities? So, Lord is saying that how we stay in the world but not world. He then gives us an example of this Padma Patra Imamasa. Like how the lotus stays in the water but not be touched by the water. So similarly, we have to do our duties but at the same time not be touched, not be bounded by the reactions of that karma. And then he goes on explaining very beautiful words that how a person who is a Pandita, what is his characteristics. Once we understand this knowledge, he says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanna. This Vidya should lead to Vinaya. Vidya should not lead to a problem that, oh, no, I know so much, oh, I am knowing so much. Right? It should not lead to Garva, but it should lead to Vinaya. And with that Vinaya, he sees every entities as equal. Nowadays in the corporate world, in some places they talk about equity, equality and so many things. But they talk about maybe gender equality or equity. But here, Lord not only talks about the species, within the species, but he talks about across the species. You know how a devotee of the Lord is that Lord's part and parcel is present in the dog, even a cow or an elephant, or even a highly Brahman. That how everybody is really the soul, everybody is really part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And then he really talks about that. There's a peace formula. Lord gives the end of this 5th chapter, 5.29. Very beautiful verse. It says that we can enter real peace once we understand there is one center. Prabhupada gives this example in a pond. If you put a stone, if you put it in multiple places, it creates multiple ripples and it creates a chaos. But if you put the stone in one place only, it's beautiful waves. Similarly, because in a house, in an organization, or in a society, in a country, or in the world, because everybody is really talking about what's in it for me. So there is so much of chaos. But once you put everything, that Lord is the center. Yes, you talk about Vasudeva Kutumbakam. How we should see the whole world is one family. And to understand that, we should really understand the Supreme Father. Once you understand the Supreme Father, then we can really have Vasudeva Kutumbakam. So here in this chapter, Lord talks about how we can really attain the peace by understanding that Lord is the Supreme Controller. He is the Supreme Enjoyer. And He is the one who is spread of all living entities. So now let's chant the 5th chapter. Yes.
अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासं करणं कृष्ण पुनर्योगं च संससि यश्रेयहितयोरेकं तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितम् श्रीभगवानुवाच सन्न्यास कर्मयोगस्य निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ तयोस्तु कर्म संन्यासात् कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते एष नित्यसन्न्यासी यो न द्वेष्टि न काङ्क्षति निर्द्वन्द्वो हि महाबाहो सुखमर्थात् प्रमुच्यते सांख्ययोगो प्रथमकाला प्रवदन्ति न पाण्डिता एकं अभ्यस्ति सम्यक् उभयोर्विन्दते फलम् यत् सांख्ये प्राप्यते स्थानं तद्योगेनपि गम्यते एकं सांख्यं च योगं च पश्यति स पश्यति सन्न्यासस्तु महाबाहो दुःखपातुं अयोगतः योगयुक्तो निब्रह्मा निचेनानि विगच्छति योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियो सर्वभूतात्मा भूतात्मा कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते न किञ्चित् करोतीति युक्तो मन्येत कविः पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पर्शिग्रन् अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् स्वशन् प्रलपन् विसर्जन् गृह्णन् उन्मिषन् निमिषन् अपि इन्द्रियाणि इन्द्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्ते इति कारयन् ब्रह्मण्यर्थया कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा करोति लिप्यते न स पापेन कर्मापत्रं यथांसः कायेन मनसः बुद्ध्या इन्द्रियार्थी योगिना कर्मणो वर्ते सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा शुद्धये युक्तः कर्मफलं त्यक्त्वा शान्तिर्माप्नोति नैष्ठिकीम् आयुर्कामेन फले शक्तो निगम्यते सर्वकर्माणि मनसा सन्न्यासस्ते सुखं वशे नैव कुर्वन्न कार्यं न कृत्वत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्येषते प्रभु न कर्म फल संयोगः स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते न दत्ते कश्चित् पापं न चैव सुकृतं विदुः अज्ञानेन न विद्धं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः ज्ञानेन तु तज्ज्ञानं येषां नासितं आत्मना तेषाम् अविद्यज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परम् तद्बुद्धयस्तदात्मनस्तन्निश्चयस्तत्परायणा गच्छन्ते आत्मभावेन ज्ञाननिर्धूतकल्मषः विद्याविनयसम्पन्ने ब्रह्माणि गविहस्तिनि सुनिचैव स्वपाके च पण्डिता समदर्शिना इहैव गर्जितं सर्वो येषां साम्ये स्थितः मनः निर्दोषी सम्ब्रह्मा तस्मात् ब्रह्माणि स्थितः नाप्यश्चिन्नप्रियं प्राप्य नोदमीयत प्राप्य च प्रियं स्थिरो बुद्धिः सम्मोहो ब्रह्मावे ब्रह्मणे स्थितः बाह्यस्पर्शे सशक्तात्मा विन्दते आत्मनि यत्सुखं स ब्रह्मयोगे युक्तात्मा सुखं अक्षयम् अश्नुते यैर्हि संस्पर्शजा भोगः दुःखायुर्नयवैर्गते आद्यन्तवन्त कौन्तेय नातेषु रमते गुणो शक्नोमि न वयसो नो प्रशरीरविमोचनात् कामक्रोधभावेगं संयुक्तः स सुखी नरः यो न स सुखो न तथा ज्योतिर्निर्भयो स योगी ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं ब्रह्मभूतो निगच्छति लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाणम् विषयशीलं कल्मषः चिन्वैर्वयतमानः सर्वभूतानि निरतः कामक्रोधो विमुक्ताः यदि नामयतचेतसाम् अभिन्नो ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं वदन्ति विदितात्मनः स्पर्शं कृत्वा विवर्णं चक्षुषर्वन्तरिभ्रुः प्राणपानो समूहृत्वा नासाभ्यन्तरचारिणो यतेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धिर्मुनिर्मोक्षपरायणः विरक्तक्षेमया क्रोधो यः सदा मुक्त एव सः ओंकारामयव्यतपसां सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां यात्कामां शान्तिमृच्छति हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. In the 6th chapter, Lord talks about Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. Ashtanga is 8 limbs. What are the 8 limbs? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Yama, Niyama is what are the things you should do, what are the things you should avoid. He talks about Asana, what are the body exercises we should do to keep our body fit, so that we can do bhakti. And Pranayama, what are the kind of breathing exercises we should do to keep our body and mind focused, right? And then we talk about Pranayama, he talks about how we control our senses, right? And focus on the Supreme Lord, right? And then this Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi is really focusing completely on the Supreme Lord in a much more concentrated way. How? We should really focus our mind. Then at that point of time, Krishna says that yes, controlling the mind is very difficult. Mind can really act as a friend, mind can really act as an enemy also. Right? And yes. Mind, if we can control our mind, it can become our friend. If we cannot control our mind, it can become enemy. At this point of time, Arjuna is saying that, oh Krishna, I can control W-I-N-D. I have some beautiful astra, beautiful weapons. I can control wind. So in our case, right, we cannot control wind. Can anybody control hurricane? Some hurricane comes or something comes, and the people of USA they start going away. Right? We cannot control wind, but Arjuna has the power to control wind. W-I-N-D. But Arjuna is saying, I cannot control mind. Mind. Right? You see, yes, controlling the mind is very difficult. And Lord also acknowledges that. You see that, yes, Arjuna, asamsaya mahabaho mana kurmi kranachanam. Yes, it is very difficult to control the mind. But there are 2 sutras are there. What are the 2 sutras? Abhyasanatu kamteya vairagyena chaturvede. We should practice. There are 3 things that we should do. Once you do more and more practice, as the mind goes, we should really bring it back. As soon as it goes away, we should really bring it back. And how? We should positively engage in the service of the Lord and really remembering during the pastimes of the Lord and remembering the names of the Lord. Manas layate iti mantra. So you can deliver the mind to the mantra. And the best of the mantra is Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, this is the control of our mind by chanting this mantra, by always observing in this Maha Mantra. And then Arjuna asks, oh Lord, somehow or other, there are so many temptations out there, there are so many disturbances out there. What if I really fail in this process? Lord is saying that if somebody is really on this path of Bhakti Yoga and really coming to me, if somehow or other he falls down, don't worry, because he's really coming toward me, I will take care of me, so that I will bring him back to me. So at any point of time, don't think that he's a failure. If he somehow falls down in this life, I'll ensure that the next life he's born in a nice family, so that he can continue to progress in the devotional service. That's why we see in some of the families, the kids are so much, having so much potency to develop bhakti. And in some ways, the kids, they become so rebellious towards bhakti, to come to Krishna. And they are not able to focus their mind. And nowadays, parents, they are not putting that fuel into the fire by giving, yes, the gadget asura from the very beginning of their, if the kids, they don't eat, give this gadget asura, oh, spoil the mind more. If the kid, don't want to sit quietly, give this gadget asura, right? We are spoiling our mind of the children. So how, we should really facilitate the mind of our children, focusing more on Krishna, more on the mantra, so that they can be really more and more focused. And the final sloka of this chapter now talks about who is a Param Yogi. Param Yogi says, Yoginam api sarvesam matyatinam paratma. The pure yogi, the highest yogi is that who really focuses on and who really does bhajan of Lord Krishna. Yes, we should start our yoga through this, doing what is right to do, what is not right to do, pranayam, all the asanas and all that. But then real yoga is to connect with the Supreme Lord. That is the use. So now I would request Odaya Prabhu to lead us through the 6th chapter.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashrita Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karodiya Sasanyasa Chayogecha Nadirganyena Chakriya Yam Samnyasam Iti Prahu Yomam Tam Buddhiti Pandava Nahi Asyan Nahi Asnasayashta Sankalpo Yogo Bhavati Kashana Arukshoksho Mune Yogam Karma Karanam Uchyate Yoga Unasya Tassaiva Samakaranam Uchyate Yada Hinendriya Karshu Nakarmeshu Hanumrate Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi Yoga Rudra Karuchate Uddhera Atmanatmanam Mahatmanam Aveshade Atmaivari Atmano Bantu Atmaivari Puratmanaha Banduratmapanastasya Yenamatmana Asvitaha Anam Brahmastu Sattutvad Varkartenamanya Sattruvad Jitapara Prasantasya Prapam Samlahitam Shitoshna Shubhadukeshu Tatamana Mahanayo Jnana Vidyana Krishtatma Udasto Videndriya Yukta Ikya Jagyogi Samaloshta Sakanchana Shuhan Mitrari Udashina Madhastadvesha Bandhushu Saroshu Apicha Papeshu Samabuddhi Vishishyate Yogi Yujjata Tatam Atmanam Prashithita एकाकी यच्चिदात्मानः निरशेरात्रिवृद्धः शुचो देश प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरम् आसनमात्मनः नाति उच्चारितन्नाति चैतन्येन पुरुषोत्तरम् तत्रैदानं मनः कृत्वा यथा जितेन्द्रियक्रियः उपादिश्य निरुद्धयन् योग आत्मा विशुद्धये समं कायाक्षिरो ग्रामं धारयाणाचलं स्थिरः सम्प्रेक्षयानासिकागस्वं दिशाचारोकयान् प्रशान्तात्मा विगद्रेण ब्रह्मचारी वृते स्थितः मनः संयमचरोचित्तो युक्त आसीत् मत्परः युज्यानोमेव सदात्मानं योगी नियतविमानसः शान्तिं निर्वाणपरमान् मत्संस्थाम् परिगच्छति नापि अशान्तस्तु योगेस्तु न चैत्यं स्थितमनुष्ठना न चापि स्वप्नशिरास्य जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुनः युक्ताहारविहारस्य युक्तचेतस्य कर्मसु युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः यदा विनयतं चित्तम् आत्मनि एव तिष्ठते निष्प्रभः सर्वकामेभ्यो युक्तः इति उच्यते तदा यथा दीपो निवास्तस्थो नेत्रदगेतो ममस्मृतः योगिनो योगतचित्स्य युज्यतो योगमात्मनः यतो परमामते चित्तं विरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति सुखम् अत्यात्मिकं यत्र बुद्धिग्रहणमतीन्द्रियं वेत्ति यत्राणचैवेयं स्थिरश्चालाभितत्वतः यं नत्वा च परं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुरापि विषीयते तं विद्या दुःखसंयोगम् वियोगं योगसंयुतम् सनिश्चयेन युक्ताव्यो योगो निर्विण्यचेतसा सङ्कल्प प्रभवकामः सर्वाणशेषतः मनश्चैन्द्रियाकामं विनिर्यया समन्ततः शैने शैने रूपावेद्यं बुद्धया धृतिगृह्यते आत्मसातं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्त्यते यतो यतो निश्चलन्ति अचलं स्थिरं ततस्ततो निरभ्यत्य आत्मनेव अभिन्यते प्रशान्तमनस्येन योगिनां सुखमुत्तमम् उपैति सन्तरोषं ब्रह्मभूताक्षरम् युक्त्यानम् सदात्मानं योगी विद्या कर्मशः सुखेनाब्रह्मसंस्पर्शम् अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते सर्वभूतं सदात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि इष्यते योगयुक्तात्मा सर्वत्र सन्दर्शनः यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मायि पश्यति तस्याहं न प्रशस्यामि सोचो मे न प्रणश्यति सर्वभूतास्थितं यो मां भजति एकान्तं स्थितम् सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि स योगी मयि वर्तते आत्मरूपात्मन् सर्वत्र समं पश्यन्ति योगिनां सुखं वायाति दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः अर्जुन उवाच योऽयं योगस्परे प्रोक्ता सम्येन मधुसूदन एतास्याहं न पश्यन्ति चञ्चलावस्थितं स्थिरम् चञ्चलादि मनः कृष्ण प्रमादी बलवदृढम् तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायुरेव प्रदुष्करम् श्रीभगवानुवाच अथ श्रियं महाबाहो मनोनिग्रहचलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च विद्यते अशंस्यत्माथतो योगो दुष्कराः इति मे मतिः वश्रयात्मानपुरः सको वातोमुपायतः अर्जुन उवाच अयाधीशब्दयोगेनो योगच्छलति मानसः अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिं कामगतिं कृष्ण गच्छति तच्छान् भावो विहारस्य चिन्तारामिव नश्यति अतस्थितो महाबाहो विमूढो ब्राह्मणपतिः एतानि संशय कृष्ण चेतुम् अर्हसि अशेषतः त्वन्मन्य संशय यस्य चेतनादि उपपाद्यते श्रीभगवानुवाच पापदैरेण नामुत्र विनाशायस्य विद्यते न हि कलया कृष्ण दुर्गादिन्दव्यगच्छति प्राप्य पुण्यकृतं लोका उषित्वा शाश्वतं समः शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगो भ्रष्टो विजायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भावाभिधीमताम् एतादि दुर्लभात्कारं लोको जानान्यनिश्रिताम् तत्त्वं बुद्धिसंयोगं लभते पौरवेहिनम् यतते च ततो भूया समासिद्धो पुरुरङ्गनः पुरुभ्यासेन तेनैव क्रियते हि अवशिष्यति जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्मादिवर्तते योगी संशुद्धविषये अनेकजन्म संसिद्ध ततो याति परां गतिः तपास्त्वा विदुतो योगी ज्ञानित्योगी मतोऽधिकः कर्मिभ्यासचलाकोऽपि तस्मात् योगी भवार्जुनः योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेरन्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् वदतो योगान् समायुक्तो मतो नमः कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
So at the end of the sixth chapter, this beautiful verse, what says that out of all the yogis, the Bhakti yogi who really surrendered to the Lord is the best one. Then that begins the beginning of the Bhakti yoga. 7th and 12th chapter talks about Bhakti yoga. And then somebody might say that, oh, this process of Bhakti, is sentimental, oh, this mythology, or this Bhagavad Gita. Is there any proof in it? Is there any facts in it? No, it's all fictional. Right? And then our acharyas are saying that, right? What is the process? Just like, in our Gita course we are discussing, in different science domains, we have different experiments to do. In biology, you use maybe a microscope to understand the viruses, bacteria. In the physics lab, we use Vernier caliper or different instruments. Or in the chemistry lab, we use different acids and basics to understand the different properties of the chemicals. Similarly, in spiritual science, we cannot use other instruments to understand the properties. We have to use, what is the property we use in spiritual science? How it can be done, how it can be experiment, how it can be understand the spirituality. That Lord is describing the first words of the seventh chapter. This process starts with hearing. Srupa, Srunum. Or Akshar is saying that hearing is the past qualification. The eagerness to hear is the past qualification to progress in the bhakti. And that's how we will develop faith. Right? Some of you might remember, we talked about there are 5 steps. First, it starts with hearing, and then observing, then we practice, then we experience ourselves, and then we share. Now we share the Bhagavad Gita with everybody. We share the message of Bhagavad Gita with everybody because we have experienced it that yes, it really works. And how will we experience? By practicing it. And how will we practice? By observing that, oh, they have also practiced, they have benefited it. Once we observe, and not only observe, but also the first thing, we come in the association of the devotees and we hear. So it all starts with hearing. So what are 5 steps? Can you tell again? Starts with hearing. Then we observe, practice, experience, and then share. Yes. No, we should not stop with only experiencing it. We got benefit out of it, we should share. So this is the time. We should share this Bhagavad Gita with each and everyone. We should take, we have hundreds of Bhagavad Gita with us. And I would request all of you to share it with the colleagues, friends, neighbors, whoever you meet. Please share this Bhagavad Gita. This is the lead through manual of our life, through which we can really go back home, back to God. Hare Krishna. So now let's hear about this 7th chapter, where Lord also talks about what are the 4 qualities of people who come to the Lord, what are the 4 qualities of people who don't come to the Lord, and also it talks about, okay, there are also some people who worship different devatas, but they might not know that how Krishna is the Supreme Lord. But at the end, Krishna is giving everything right, through them. And then, yes, we should really surrender to Supreme Lord, who will take care of everything. So now we have come. Hare Krishna. Remember to lead. So yes, please take us to this beautiful 7th chapter.
अतः सप्तमोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्या सप्तमना पार्थ योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रयः असंशयं समग्रं यथा नाशसि तच्छृणु ज्ञानस्तेहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्यामि अशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यत् ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चित् यतते सिद्धये यतरामपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन् मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः भूमिरापो नरो वायुः खामनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा अपरेयम् इतस्त्वन्यां प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परां जीवभूता महाबाहो ययेदं ध्यायते जगत् एतद्योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणीत्यवधारय अहं कृष्णस्य जगतः प्रभवप्रलयस्तथा पुनः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोक्तं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव रसोऽहमस्मि कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं विष्णुः पुनयो गाण्डः च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहं बलं बलवतां चाहं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्मविरुद्धभूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभः ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसास्तामसाश्रये मदा वेदेति तां विद्धि नात्वाहं तेषु ते मयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयि भावे एवि सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययम् देवी हेश गुणमयि मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते नामां दुष्कृतिनो मूढा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः मायापरातर्जानाम् आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ तेषां ज्ञानिने च युक्ता एका भक्तिर्विशिष्यते यो ज्ञानिनोऽर्थम् अहं स च मम प्रियः उदारः सर्व एवैते ज्ञानी त्वामेव मे मतम् आश्रितः संयुक्तात्मा मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम् बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवानां प्रपद्यते वासुदेवः सर्वमिति स महात्मा सुदुर्लभः ज्ञानां प्रपद्यन्ते न देवताः तं तं नियमम् आस्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया यो यो यं यं नरं भक्तः श्रद्धया चित्तमिच्छति तस्य तस्य चरां श्रद्धा तामेव विदधाम्यहम् सत्या तस्याराधनमिहते लभते च तदा कामान् विहितानिताम् अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवत्यर्थमेतसाम् देवान् देव यजो यान्ति मध्वप्रयान्ति मामपि अव्यक्तव्यक्तमापन्नं मन्यते मामभूतया परं भावं जानन्तो नार्ययन्नदमम् नाहं प्रकाश सर्वस्य योगमाया समानतः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजमव्ययम् वेदाहं समचित्तानि वर्तमानानि चार्जुन भविष्यानि च भूतानि मां तु वेद दर्शन इच्छा द्वेषसमुद्धेन द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहं सर्वे यान्ति परन्तप येषां त्वत्प्रगतं वाकं जनानां पुण्यकर्मणां ते द्वन्द्वमोहनिर्मुक्ता भजन्ते मां निराकृताः जनामरणमोक्षाय माम् आश्रित्य यतन्ति ये एतं मदत्तैः कृष्णम् अध्यात्मं कर्मचाखिलम् साधिभूतानि मां साधियज्ञां च ये विदुः प्रयाणकाले विद्यमां ते विदुर्युक्तचेतसः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
So we heard that in the 7th chapter, God talks about we have to hear and we have to observe and we have to practice. But then we say that, oh Prabhuji, you don't have time, we'll do it in the future sometime. Oh, we'll do it tomorrow, we'll do it someday. In the days, in the calendar, is there any day called someday? Is there any day? Is there any day called tomorrow? It never comes. That's why the great philosophers, they say that tomorrow is a mystical land. Tomorrow is a mystical land. 99% of the human creativity and the potential and achievement lies in there. But we never try to go there. God is saying that, yes, we are about to leave this body at any point of time. We don't know. There is padam yat vipadam na desam. Yes, there is a danger at every step of the life. And we have to prepare for that exam. Always, right? Because this exam of death can come at any point of time. So we should be always prepared. Like, we cannot just wait that, okay, I do it at some point of time. Because in our schooling and our educational days, exam dates are fixed. But here, our exams are not fixed. The exam can come at any point of time. And we should be really prepared. Because Lord is saying, what is the exam? The exam is saying, Ante Narayana Smriti. We really pass the exam once you remember the Lord at the final breath. If you are not remembering the Lord, the final breath, you really fail the exam. Okay? And here, Lord is talking about how we should really do bhakti, how we should hear from Him, how we should hear about Him, and then we should really go back to Him. Right? And he really talks about that yes, this material world is the dukkhalayam asastvatam, is a place of misery, and this is a place of temporary world. But then there is a beautiful spiritual world, but there is no misery. But there is always Satchidananda, is full of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. And that's where God is really asking us to go there. Yes, let's not talk about, especially young age, they say that, oh, I am too busy, or oldest people say, oh, I am too young. Right? Always there is some excuse, right? We cannot give an excuse that, oh, I am too young, or I am too old, or I am too arrogant. It will be one of them, right? That's the reason people don't come to this spirituality. But then Lord is saying that, yes, we have to take it with priority, with urgency, understanding that we should not really keep it in the to-do list. We have to start implementing that in our life right now. Right? So let's chant this beautiful verse, how to attain the Supreme. So, we'll continue. Yes, very good.
अथ अष्टमो अध्यायः अर्जुनोवाच किं तत् ब्रह्म किमध्यात्मं किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किं प्रोक्तम् अधिदैवं किमुच्यते अभियज्ञः कथं गोत्र तेरेऽस्मिन् मधुसूदन प्रयाणकाले च कथं देयोऽस्मि यथाभिः श्रीभगवानुवाच अक्षरं ब्रह्म परमं स्वभावोऽव्ययमुच्यते भूतभावोद्भवकरो विसर्गकर्म संविदः अधिभूतं शरो भावः पुरुषश्चादिदैवतम् अधियज्ञोऽहमेवात्र देहे देहारतं वर अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरणं मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्ति अत्र संशयः यं यं वापि स्मरं भावं त्यजते हरे कलेवरं तं तमेव इति कौन्तेय सदा तद्भावभावितः तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु मामनुस्मरयुध्य च मय्यर्पिता मनो बुद्धिः मामे वर्षस्य संशयः अभ्यासयोगयुक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थान् चिन्तयन् कविर्पुराणमनुशासितारम् अनोरणीयं सननुस्मरेय सर्वस्य धातारम् अचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् प्रयाणकाले मनसा जनेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणेषु सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषं उपैति दिव्यम् यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति विशन्ति यद्यातयो वीतरागः यदिशन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोवृत्तिं निरुध्य च बुद्धियाधायात्मना प्राणम् आशितो योगधारणम् ॐ एकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरणमनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति च जगदेहं स याति परमां गतिम् अनन्यरेतः सततं यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सुलभवार्ता नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः मामुपेत्य पुनर्जन्म दुःखाय फलशाश्वतं नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धिं परमां गतम् आब्रह्मादुरलोका पुनरावर्तिनोऽर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सहस्रयुगपर्यन्तम् अहर्यद्ब्राह्मणो विदुः रात्रियुगसहस्रान्तं देवोरात्रविदो जनाः अव्यक्ताव्यक्तयः सर्वः प्रभवन्त्यहरागमे रात्र्यागमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्रैव व्यक्तसंज्ञके भूतग्रामः स एवायम् भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमे पशुपार्थ प्रभवत्यहरागमे परस्तस्मात् भावन्यो अव्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातनः यः स सर्वेषु भूतेषु नाश्यत्सु न विनश्यति अव्यक्तो तमाहु परमां गतिं यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम पुरुषः परार्थ भक्त्या अभ्यर्थानया यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं तदम् यत्रकाले कलामृत्यम् आवृतिं चैव योगिनः प्रयातयान्तितं कालं वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणम् तत्र प्रयातवः सन्ति ब्रह्मविदो जनाः धूमरात्रिस्तथा कृष्णा षण्मासा दक्षिणायनम् तत्र चन्द्रं संज्योतिर्योगी प्राप्य निवर्तते सुखकृष्णे गतीयते जगते शाश्वते मते एकयावृत्तिम् अनन्या वर्तते पुनः नैते श्रीपार्थपुराणं योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भवार्जुनः वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम् अध्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानं हरेति चार्यम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
So, how many verses are there in Bhagavad Gita? 700 verses. How many chapters are there? 8. So, Lord Krishna starts speaking from the second chapter. So, second chapter to sixth chapter, Lord speaks something about Guhya Jnana, confidential knowledge. And seventh and eighth chapter is called Guhya Jnana. It's more confidential knowledge. The second to sixth chapter, Lord talks about the soul, how we are not the body, how we should do our karma. And then 7th and 8th talks about Lord's vibhuti, Lord's potencies, how should we connect to the Lord. And then this 9th chapter is themed as most confidential knowledge, Guhya Tamadhyana. Because there Lord talks about how we should really develop Kevala Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, unconditional, uninterrupted Bhakti towards the Supreme Lord. Right? And then somebody might say that, okay, we do Bhakti in our own ways. Why we have to follow some rules and regulations? Why we have to chant certain number of rounds? Why we have to wake up early in the morning? Why we have to do Arati like this? Right? It is just like asking, oh, we learn on our own music. Can you learn on your own music? No, you have to follow some tunes, you have to follow some ragas. Or okay, somebody says, oh, I want to do journaling, how to write books. You have to be really good at dramas, spellings, right? And different things. And similarly, if you want to progress in our spirituality, in our faith, you have to really also practice sadhana. And that's what Lord is saying that, right? In this very beautiful chapter, right? 9th chapter till 12th verse, we have 349 verses. And from 15th verse onwards, there are another 349 verses are there. These 13th and 14th verses are called the middle two verses of this Bhagavad Gita, and that's where the essence is there. What is Lord is saying in the 13th and 14th verse of this chapter? Lord is saying that who is a Mahatma? Who is a Mahatma? Mahatma is the one who has taken shelter of the internal potency of the Lord, who has taken shelter in Mother Lakshmi, in Mother Radharani, who is the really, restorer of everything. Now, how we should really take shelter of Mother Radharani? By really chanting the name of the Lord. That's where he really introduced to us. Satato Kirtayantona. People ask, oh, where Bhagavad Gita it is written we have to chanting. Second number of rounds, Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita, you have to chant always. How many hours? 24 hours. But our acharyas are very merciful, saying, okay, you start and then at some point in time, you should chant 16 rounds. Yes, that's where we really progress in our bhakti. So this is a very beautiful verse, a beautiful chapter. At the end, Lord also gives the essence. How? But the manmana bhava madbhakto, how you should become my devotee, how you should really surrender to me, how you should really worship me, how you should always be my devotee. This 34 verse, right? Is a verse, it will be repeated twice in Bhagavad Gita. You should really understand how Lord is saying to us, how we should really be a devotee. So now we'll chant 9th chapter. Yes.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam te tuya guhyatama Pravakshatnamivam shuryame Jnanam Vijnanam Sahitam Yakyatva Mokshate Shubha Raja Vidya Raja Guryam Pavitram Midam Uttamam Pratyaksharam Dharnyam Susukham Kartumavyayam Ashwadhanam Sapurusham Dharmashasya Paratapala Apravyayam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Martani Maya Tatamidam Sarvam Jaganadhyaktamudina Maskari Sarva Bhutani Nachaham Deshamavastita Nachamaskani Bhutani Vashamya Yogamasharam Bhutabhyana Cha Bhutasto Mahatma Bhutabhavana Yathakshashakudo Nityam Vayu Sarvajjago Maha Tata Sarvani Bhutani Vasthani Upadharyaya Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakriti Mahatam Kalpakshaya Punastani Kalpado Vishwadamyam Prakriti Swamalakrabhya Visharjani Punapuna Bhutakramam Nimam Krishna Avasham Prakriti Vasha Nachamam Tantra Karmani Vivadanti Dhananjaya Udasina Adasninam Vasaktam Tenu Karmasu Maya Dakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam Etunamena Kauteya Jadam Vipravartate Avajananti Mamoda Manushintanu Mashritam Param Bhavam Madananto Mahamusa Maheshwaram Mogasha Mogadharmano Mogajara Vichaitashaha Rakshasi Mashurim Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shitaha Mahatmanam Sumam Pata Jaitim Prakritim Ashritaha Ajanke Mamanam Yamataso Yatva Bhutani Avyayam Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantasya Trivakritaha Namasyam Shirchamam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upashate Jnana Yagyena Cha Prajne Yajyanto Mam Upashate Ekakvena Patakvena Uttara Vishato Mukam Aham Prato Aham Yajya स्वधामं अहमांशुदं मन्त्रोऽहं महदेवज्यम् अहमग्निरहम्भुतं पितामहस्य जगतो माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं परिक्रमोकारं वृक्षमायज्जुरेरव गतिर्भर्ता प्रभु साक्षी निवास शरणं सुर प्रभाव प्रणयस्थानं निधनं वीरमव्ययम् तापानेहं पश्यामि निद्राणे उत्सदानि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च शरसच्चाहमर्जुनः दैर्घ्यमानसं भूत्वा यज्ञतिष्ठा सर्वगतिप्रपद्यते ते पुण्यमाशये सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अशान्तिदिव्यं दिव्यदेवभोगान् एकं भोक्ता सर्वलोकविशालं क्षीणे पुण्यमृत्यलोके विशन्ति एवं त्रयीधर्मा अनुपमा अतः कामकामा लभन्ते अनन्यश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् ये अन्यदेवता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्ति अविधिपूर्वकम् अहं हि सर्वयज्ञानां भोक्ता च प्रभुरेव च न तु मामभिजानाति तत्त्वेनाताशयान्ति ते यान्ति देवावृता देवा पितरं यान्ति पितृभूता भूतानि यानि भूतेज यान्ति मायस्य भोगिमान् पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्ता प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपाश्रितम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः यः करोषि यदश्नासि यः शुरोषि ददासि यः तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुर्वाणमर्पणम् शुभाशुभफलैरेवं मोक्षये कर्मबन्धना संन्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो मामुपश्यते समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषस्पृहाप्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम् अपि चेत् सुदुराचारो भजते मामनन्यः साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो विशः क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वत शान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्ता प्रणश्यति माहिमाकव्यपाश्रित ये तपिक्षूय पापयोदयः स्त्रियो वैश्यो तथा शूद्रास्ते अपि यान्ति परां गतिः किं पुनः कर्मणा पुण्या भक्तराजर्षयस्तथा अनित्यं वसुखं लोकम् इमं प्राप्यं च भजस्व मां मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो भक्त्यादि मां नमस्कुरु मामेव यक्षितुत्तरम् आत्मनामत्परायणः हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna. So we heard the glories of bhakti in this last verse of the 9th chapter. The Lord is saying to Arjuna that how you should be a devotee, you should always think of me, how you should worship Lord, how you should offer obeisances to the Lord, how you should do all these 4 things and really come closer to the Lord. And then somebody might ask that, okay, but we have never seen the God. We don't know God. Right? The Lord is saying very beautifully in this 10th chapter how we can really see the Lord. We can really see the Lord in the deity. We can really see the Lord through His holy name. The Lord is saying that He is not different than His holy name. We can see the Lord. Lord is present in every living being. Lord, we can see the Lord in His beautiful creation that He has done. Yes. Some of you might be remembering in our Gita course we talked about there is a thumbprint of Lord everywhere. Anyone remembers? There is a Fibonacci series, you see that everywhere, the beautiful pattern in the waves, in the flowers, in the fingerprint. How it is there everywhere. Our Lord has created this whole micro level and macro level, this whole cosmos, beautiful creation that Lord is. We can really see the power of the Lord. We can see, all the events of the Lord, that how everything is really planned by the Lord. So in this 10th chapter, there is a very beautiful section. It's called Chatu Sloki. It is considered as also the summary of Bhagavad Gita. We also talked about in our Gita course that there are 3 purposes of all the Vedas. Anybody remembers? We talk Sambandha, Avideya, and Prayojan. What is Sambandha? Who am I? Who is the Lord? And what is our relationship? Our relationship is that we are part and parcel of the Lord. Right? We are the children of the Lord. And then how we should re-establish that relationship? How? By bhakti, by doing the devotional service. Right? Then once you do this avideya, once you do this process of bhakti, what do you get? We get the love. We get the love of the Lord. And with that love, we can really see the Lord everywhere. We can see the presence of Lord everywhere. We can really see the plan of Lord everywhere. So this is the verse number 10.8, 9, 10 and 11. Where Lord is talking about first His opulence, how we are His part and parcel, everything comes from Him. And then how a devotee practices devotional service. How he practices? By really talking about the Lord, by conversing about the Lord, by bhajanam priti purvakam. We should do the bhajan. We should do the devotional process with love, not mechanically. Right? Not because somebody has said that we chant these verses. No, this is the verses recited by the Supreme Lord. Right? We should really have not only that awe and reverence that we are reciting this beautiful word that is coming from the Lord, but also how we should be grateful to our acharyas who have given this. We should be grateful, right, to this wonderful facility that Lord has created for all of us to come together and to chant these beautiful verses. Once we have that gratitude, once we have that humility, then really our heart becomes fertile to really understand and to really realize the Supreme God, and we can really develop the prema. So now we'll start reciting the chapter 10.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Guhya eva Mahabaho Shunu me Paramavacha Yatteham Priyamanaya Vakshyami Hita Kamyaya Name Vidu Suragana Prabhavam Namaharshaya Aham Adirhi Devana Maharshinam Cha Sarvasha Yoma Majamanadincha Veti Yoga Maheshwaram Asamudha Samadhyeshu Sarva Papai Pramuchyate Buddhi Jnanam Asammoha Shama Satyam Dhamma Shama Sukham Dukkham Bhavo Bhavo Bhayam Cha Bhayameva Cha Ahimsa Samata Pushtis Tapodanam Yasho Yasha Bhavanti Bhava Bhudana Mattadeva Pridhagvida Maharshya Saptapurve Chatvaro Manavastatha Madbhava Manasa Jata Yesham Lokani Mahraja Etani Bhurti Yogam Cha Mama Yoveti Tattvata Sovikalpena Yogena Yujyate Natra Shamsaya Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate Iti Madhva Bhajan Prema Sudha Bhava Samandita Madchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kadayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha Tesham Satata Yuktana Bharatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mamupayanti Te Tesham Evanukam Patham Aham Ajnana Jantama नाश्यामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता। अर्जुन उवाच परब्रह्म परं धाम पवित्रं परमं भवान् पुरुषं शश्वतं दिव्यम् आदिदेवमजं विभुम् आहुस्त्वां ऋषयः सर्वे देवशेर्नारदस्तथा असितो देवलो व्यास स्वयं चैवं प्रविश्ये सर्वमेतद्ऋतं मन्ये यन्मां वदसि केशव न हि ते भगवान् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देव न दानवा स्वयं एवात्मनात्मानं वेदत्वं पुरुषोत्तमा भूतभावान् भूतेषु देवदेव जगत्पते वक्तुम् अर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्य आत्मा विभूतया याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि कथं विद्यमहं योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवान् मया विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्त ते कथयिष्यामि दिव्य आत्मा विभूतया प्रधादन्त कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे। अहम् आत्मा गुडाकेश सर्वभूताशयस्थिता अहम् आदिश्च मध्यं च भूतानामन्त एव च आदित्यानामहं विष्णुर्ज्योतिषां रविरंशुमान् मरीचिर्मरुतामस्मि नक्षत्राणामहं शशि वेदानां सामवेदोऽस्मि देवानामस्मि वासव इन्द्रियाणां मनश्चास्मि भूतानामस्मि चेतना रुद्राणां शङ्करश्चास्मि वित्तेषु यक्षरक्षसाम् पशूनां पावकश्चास्मि मेरुशिखरिणामहम् पुरोदासां च मुख्यमा विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनैनामहं स्कन्द सरसामस्मि सागर महर्षीणां भृगोरहं गिरम् अस्म्यम् एकम् अक्षरं यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालय अश्वतः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारद गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानं विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम् आयुधानामहं वज्रं धेनुनामस्मि कामधो प्रजानश्चास्मि कन्दर्प सर्वाणाम् अस्मि वासुकी अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानां वरुणो यदसामहं पितॄणामार्यमा चास्मि यमः संयतमहं प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयतामहं मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहं वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम् अवनः भवतामस्मि रामशास्त्रभृतामहं जसानां मकरश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जानवी सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम् अक्षराणाम् अकारोऽस्मि द्वन्द्वा समासि अक्षसा अहम् एवाक्षयोकारो नादाहं विश्वतो मुखा मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रेष्ठाच्च नरीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा बृहत्साम तथा साम्ना गायत्री छन्दसामहं मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहम् ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरा द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्वततामहम् ऋषीणां वासुदेवोऽस्मि पाण्डवानां धनञ्जय मुनीनाम् अप्यहं व्यास कवीनामुशनं कवि दण्डो दमयतामस्मि नीतिरस्मि चिकित्सतां मौनं चैवास्मि गुह्यानं ज्ञानं ज्ञानावतामहम् यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां बीजं तदहमर्जुन न तदस्ति विना यत्स्यात् मया भूतं चराचरं नान्तोऽस्ति मम दिव्यानां विभूतीनां परं तप एष तुभ्यर्षतः प्रोक्तो विभूते विस्तरो मया यद्यद् विभूतिमत्सत्त्वं श्रीमदूर्जितमेव वा तत्तदेवावगच्छत्वं मम तेजोंशसम्भवम् अथवा भूमैतेन किम्यतेन तवार्जुन विशिताभ्याहमिदं कृत्स्नम् एकांशेन स्थितो जगत् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna. So here in this 10th chapter, Lord demonstrates how a devotee sees the Lord everywhere. Lord is really seeing, right, through his vibhutis, through his prowess, we can really see that everywhere. But then, this 11th chapter, Lord demonstrates, Lord shows his Vishwarupa, Lord shows his Kalarupa to Arjuna. Lord, here in this chapter, Lord tells Arjuna that how you should really become a nimitta, you should become an instrument in really doing your duty, in fighting this war to annihilate all the demonic propensities that is there before us. Lord talks about that, how a devotee, like we would really like to see the beautiful Samsundar form of the Lord. Initially, Arjuna, just to show the potential of Krishna for the whole world, he asked Krishna that I want to see this universal form, your Vishwarupa. But then he said that, oh Lord, I don't want to see anymore this form of the Lord. I want to really see your Samsundar, 200 form of the Lord. Here it is expressed beautifully. You see Arjuna's prayer, the verse from 35 to 46. It's a very beautiful chapter, and this will be led by our Sriya. Okay, so now we look forward to chant this beautiful verses from chapter 11, which really talks about the universal form of the Lord.
Arjuna Vacha Madhanugrahaya Paramam Guhyanadhyana Samnitam Yatra Yogam Vachasthiram Mohoyam Vidato Mama Bhavakyam Nirvutana Shutau Vistarasho Maya Tvata Kamala Patraksha Mahanyam Apijaryam Evam Vedadhyatavatvam Atmanam Parameshwara Drashtum Yitsami Rupam Aishwaryam Purushottamam Manyase Yati Vachakya Maya Drashtum Yate Prabhu Yogeshwara Tattvam Darshayakamahavyayam Shri Bhagavan Vacha Ushamiratarupani Chatashodhasasrasha Nanavidhani Vidyani Nanaparamriti cha Vashyanti Vyanta Sundra Ashminam Mata पूर्वाणि पश्चाश्चर्याणि भारत विहैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं पश्चात् सचराचरम् मम देहे पुराकेश यच्छाम्यगच्छुमिच्छसि न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा विद्यां ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्यामि योगमहेश्वरम् सञ्जय उवाच एवं ततो राजन् महायोगेश्वरो हरि दर्शयामास पार्थाय परमं रूपमहेश्वरम् अनेकवक्त्रनयनम् अनेकभूतदर्शनम् अनेकदीर्घकारणम् विद्याहेकोद्गतादिकम् विद्यामानमुरधरम् विद्यागन्धर्वलेपनम् सर्वाश्रयामयं देवम् अनन्तं विश्वतोमुखम् दिव्यसूर्यसहस्रस्य भवेद्युगपदोदिता यदि भासदृशी सा स्यात् भासस्तस्यामार्गदम् तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृष्णं विभक्तं मनेकधा अपश्यदेव देवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवास्तदा तथा स विस्मयाविष्टो दृष्ट्वा मातरन्त्यया ज्ञानं यशिरसा देवं वेदाञ्जलिर्न भासता अर्जुनोवाच पश्यामि देवांस्तव देवदेवे सर्वांस्तथा भूतविशेषसङ्घात् ब्रह्माण्डमीशं कमलासनस्थं ऋषींश्च सर्वानुरागांश्च दिव्या अनेकबाहुतरावक्त्रनेत्रं पश्यामि तां सर्वतोऽनन्तरूपं नान्तं न मध्यं न पुनस्तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वरां किरीटिनं कठिनं चक्रिणं च तेजोरश्मिं सर्वतो दीप्तिमन्तं पश्यामि मां गुणनिर्विशं समन्तात् दीप्तानरार्कद्रुमेमप्रमेयं ब्रह्माक्षरं परात्मेति भव्यं नामस्य विश्वस्य परनिधानम् अव्ययस्य शतधर्मगोप्तं सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषोत्तमोऽहम् अनादिमध्यान्तमनन्तवीर्यम् अनन्तकालं शशिसूर्यनेत्रं पश्यामि तं मृत्युमुदाशमग्नं सर्वेभ्यः विश्वमिदं कायपृथिव्योरिदमन्तरम् कंपुरीकेन दिशस्तसर्वा विश्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रं तवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं कमीहितं सुररङ्गा विशन्ति केचित् भीताः विनन्ति स्वस्तीत्युक्त्वा महर्षिसिद्धसङ्घा भुवन्त्रितां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कराः रुद्रादित्यावसवये च सार्वा विश्वेश्विनौ मारुतस्तोषमास्तन् गन्धर्वयक्षासुरासिद्धसङ्घा वीक्षन्ते तां Shiva
Hare Krishna. So now we know why Bhagavad Gita is called Gita. This is a song by the Lord. Yes, it can be sung also in a very beautiful, melodious way. And for your information, I would like to inform all the devotees. Yes, people celebrate New Year in different ways, but we will be celebrating our New Year with the bhajan and kirtans led by our kids and teens of our congregation next Sunday. Haribol! So yes, next Sunday, the 31st of December, we have a very, very special program where we have a beautiful bhajan and kirtans led by all our kids and teens of our congregations. Yes, look forward to it. And yes, in this 11th chapter, Lord is talking about at the end these two verses. He can be known only by bhakti. And there's the 5 things we should do. Mat karma. We should do his activity. We should do activities for him and considering as supreme. And then we should become a devotee. And then Sangha Vajita. Bereft of all the material attachments. And thereby as we should not be envious of any living entities. And this verse of chapter 12 talks about Bhakti Yoga, how we should perform devotional service. And at the end, especially verse number 13 to 20, Lord talks about what are the qualities of a devotee. Right? Bhakti should really transform our heart. And then we become dear to Krishna. So these are the entire verses for a devotee. We should really remember these qualities that we should cultivate as a devotee. Very beautiful qualities are there. How we should be non-envious, how we should be friendly to everybody, how we should be self-controlled, how we should be determined. Very beautiful qualities of the devotees are given from the verse number 30 to 20. So now let's continue recitation now. Chapter 12. Yes.
Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna Vacha. Evam Sadhata Yukta Ye Bhakta Swam Paryupasate Ye Chapi Aksharam Abhyaktam Tesham Ye Yoga Vittamaha Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Meshyamano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shadhaya Parayuketa Tene Yukhatma Mataha Ye Tvam Aksharam Nidesham Avyaktam Parivasate Sarvatra Gama Chintyam Cha Kubhastam Achalam Dhruvam Sanniyamendriya Gramam Sarvatra Sarma Buddhaya Te Prabhuvanti Mameva Sarva Bhuta Hiterataha Halesho Adhitarastesham Avyakta Shasta Chetasam Avyakta Hikati Dukkham Deha Vabhirvapyate Ye tu sarvani karmani Maisharyasya matparaha Anyeneva yogena Mamyayanta upasate Tesham aham samudharta Mrityu samsara sagara Bhavamina chirapatha Maya veshita chetasam Mayeva manadhashtva Mayudhim niveshaya Nivasishti Mayeva Atha udham na samshaya Atha chitam samadhatum Na saknoshi mayi stiram Abhyasa yogena tato Mamim shantum dhananjaya Abhyasa kriya samattosi Matkarma paramo bhava Madartamapi karmani Purvam siddhivapsasi Atretadabhya saktosi Kartum madyogamashrita Sarva karma phalatyagam Tatha kuru yatatmavan Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat Jnana dhanam vishishyate Jnanat karma phalatyagas Tyagas shantiranantaram Adveshta sarvabhutanam Maitra karuna evacha Nirmamo nirahankara Samandukha supakshami Santushta satatam yogi Yathatma dhrita nishchaya Mayyarpita mano buddhi Yomad bhakta same priya Yasmano dvijite loko
लोकानोद्विजते चायः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगे मुक्ता यासां च मे प्रिया अन्नपेक्षा शुचिदक्षा उदासीनो गता व्यथा सर्वारम्भ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्ता स मे प्रिया यो न हर्षति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान्या स मे प्रिया समाशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयो शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखेषु समासङ्गा विवर्जितः तुल्या निन्दास्तुति मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेता स्थिता भक्तिमान् प्रियधरः ये तु धर्मामृतं विदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रिया हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
So we heard this beautiful 12th chapter, what are the qualities of a devotee is having. And then in the 13th chapter, we'll hear about who is a wise person, who knows who is his soul, what is his super soul, and what is the material nature. And here in the 13th chapter, Lord also talks about what are the qualities, of a knowledge, and what are the 20 aspects of the knowledge. That is humility, pridelessness, non-violence. Like again and again, Lord is talking about what really is the qualities as a devotee we should develop. So now let's chant chapter 13.
अर्जुन उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञम् एव च एतद् वेदितुम् इच्छा